And we will be having not only Ms. Dana Pineta as our guest speaker, but we will also have these franchises here with us this afternoon. So we have Potato Corner, View Franchise, Bayan Center, Citrus Zone, and Calian. But for now, we'll do a quick icebreaker. Just open that browser po. Go to menti.com and use the code 253035. Again, that's 253035. So we have a few questions there already. Menti.com 253035. Gibbs lang ba? Gibbs. What is your preferred industry? So we are asking our potential or even our active MSMEs here in Bataan. What is your preferred industry? So for our speakers, you can see from our screen, we have a lot of food service or anything related to food as a number one option. And actually for Balanga City, that could be true. A good majority of our businesses are in food and retail. Merong isa specific, Jollibee or McDo. Naku. Mukhang hindi natin na-invita yan. Hindi naman si Ma'am Aida. Sir Paul. So Jollibee or McDo, food service, retail is there. Bigas and Showcase. That's interesting. Bigas and Showcase. It's also food. So we have computer retail. So that's your interest. And bills payment. Sakto. Nandiyan po ang ating kaibigan from Bayan Center. So you guys better tune in and listen to that presentation. So thank you to those who responded. Our next question, if you could please stay on that particular slide on menti.com. Let's move on to the next question. Use the code 253035. Tell us, how many years of experience do you have in business? That should give our presenter sort of a gauge. So we have someone with about 10 years, 5 to 10 years of experience in business. We have a newbie here, 0 to 2. Five years. All right. Oh, sorry, five. Six are somewhat new to entrepreneurship. With less than 2 years of experience. It's got more decades of experience. Wow. Okay. Congratulations to you. So I hope with this exercise, this helps our speakers that a good number of our audience are actually on the newbie side or the rookie side of entrepreneurship. So we've got a lot of rookies with us here this afternoon. All right, so we have someone with 2 to 5 years of experience in business. And I hope you will continue to engage with us. You can submit your questions on menti.com. Just use the code 253035. Thank you for those responses. So there will be that, for that final slide on menti.com is for you to submit your questions. We actually already have 14 questions ready for Ms. Dana and our presenter. So get ready for that, ma'am. 14 questions for. But of course, we have to introduce our speaker, Ms. Dana Pineta, the AVP for Philippines. Dana Pineta, more than 30 years of combined experience from the fast food, retail, and property management industries in the areas of marketing, strategic planning, business development, training, and product management under McDonald's, Manel's chain of leather goods stores, and supermalls. Dana is a certified franchise executive, having completed her mini MBA in franchise management with the US-based Institute of Certified Franchise Executives under the International Franchise Association. She serves as a resource speaker on franchising for many government institutions, NGOs, and the academia. And she represented FranCorp in the Philippine Franchise Association in various regional and international conferences and trade shows. And Ms. Dana is also a fellow Go Negosyo mentor. At FranCorp, her portfolio franchisor clients belong to the food, retail, and service industry. So let's give a warm round of applause to our speaker, Ms. Dana Pineta. And thank you on the screen to you guys. So good afternoon, Ma'am Dana.
Hi, Sir Kyrie. Good afternoon. Magandang
Welcome
hapon
back to
po.
Balanga.
Yes, this is my second time.
Virtually.
Yeah,
Yes,
the first one was physical. This time it's virtual.
that's
Yeah.
right, ma'am. Welcome back po. Please
Opo.
proceed. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, thank you to the Balanga Investment and Promotions Office headed by, of course, you, Sir Kyrie, and of course to our DTI Bataan Provincial Director, Ma'am Nelin Cabahog. Thank you very much for your warm welcome po. And thank you for inviting us to the 18th edition of SME Roving Academy. Okay. Good afternoon po sa lahat ng mga participants natin. Welcome to Investing in the Right Franchise Seminar. And we are from the Philippine Franchise Association, the company where I belong to. Ang company po na I am a part of is FranCorp. And the FranCorp is a member of the Philippine Franchise Association, whom this SME Roving Academy has invited para po impart sa inyo yung knowledge namin about franchising. Okay, so thank you for sharing your time with us, and we promise naman po that this will be worth your while. We also hope that after this session, you will be a little more equipped with the right tools to make an informed decision on franchising and what franchise is right for you. As we mentioned, learning session po ito, and this is also a business opportunity session. So in the next slide, we will talk about why you should buy a franchise. At ano yung advantages ng franchising and challenges. Maraming advantages ng franchising, but there are also challenges. Is franchising for you? Because franchising is not for everyone. Okay, what is the right franchise for you and how to be a successful franchisee? Ngayon, siguro in the next slide, you have these questions in mind, di ba? Would it make sense now to go into a business in our next slide? And would franchising work during an economic slowdown? Siguro yan po yung mga tinatanong natin ngayon, nasa isip natin. Ang masasabi lang po namin is if you see an opportunity, grab it. Okay? Look at it, at least i-explore mo. Sabi nga nila nga, if you don't see an opportunity, create one. If you don't see a door, create one. Kaya lang, syempre, because it's pandemic and we have a little bit of a situation at the moment, right now, no? Medyo mag-ingat din po tayo sa financial side. If you will go into a business, make sure that you have your cash flow for your personal needs and for your family's needs set aside. Kumbaga na-save nyo yan. Because until such time na dumating na yung kita, maging positive na yung cash flow from the business that you will go into, right? Now, bakit pa? What are the other reasons why franchising is good during these times? So una, lesser risk po siya. Okay? Kasi with franchising, there will be lesser trial and error for you as the franchisee, because lahat po yan napagdaanan na ng mga franchisor natin. Yung learning curve, it's also not a steep because you will be taught how to operate it. You will undergo training and you will also be guided when you open the store. Those are part of the support of the franchisor. Kasi ngayong new normal, syempre marami rin namang new opportunities. Sabi nga nung president ng Ayala Malls when she was invited by one of the PFA, by one of the webinars of PFA, sabi niya, these are the businesses that do well in their malls. Hardware, essentials, of course, nandiyan yung food and drink natin. Electronics, mga health-oriented, stores, pharmacies, of course, and then yung mga clinics natin, they're doing well, yung mga basic, because we are all working from home, so people are buying things that will make their stay at home more comfortable. So, tingnan nyo po yung mga opportunities na yon. Yung new normal kasi natin na to, it's staying for a while, so just be on the lookout for new opportunities and explore them. Okay, so in the screen, you will see what is franchising. So, konting definition of terms lang naman tayo about franchising. There are two parties in a franchise relationship. Yung franchisor po and the franchisee. The franchisor owns the name and the system. Ngayon, the franchisor grants the franchisee the right to use the name and the system. In exchange, the franchisee pays the franchisor fees. Ano yung mga fees na yan? Franchise fee, royalty, at saka siya rin yung nagpuput out ng investment. And they are bound by the franchise agreement. So they have to follow the franchise agreement. So that is what franchising is all about. Okay? Ngayon, why is franchising better than other business models? In the next slide, you will see that franchising has a higher success rate. So, merong observation na ginawa ang USAID. Okay? Meron silang study na ginawa about several thousands of businesses over a period of 10 years. And then they checked which ones had a higher success rate, yung traditionally set businesses or yung mga franchise businesses. And it showed in the result of the observation that if you put up a business the traditional way, ano ba yung traditional way? Traditional way is ikaw yung mag-isip ng pangalan and then you start from zero, ikaw magte-test ng recipes mo, you know, you do everything on your own. The chances of success is only 25% on the average. So, ibig sabihin, by the end of 10 years, dun sa number na inobserve na traditionally set businesses, only 25% are operational versus franchising where 9 out of 90% are operational because of the beauty of franchising, yung inherent na characteristic nitong business model po na ito. Ngayon, in the next slide, you will see before when you start investing in looking for a business, ang naiisip niyo po, 'di ba? Mag-ano tayo, taxi tayo, TNVS, sari-sari store, karinderya, yan yung mga naiisip natin na business. Pero now, with franchising, because we have been doing franchising for more than at least 25 years in the Philippines, marami na po kayong choices ngayon. You have more than 2,000 choices, franchise concepts to choose from. So FranCorp nga po, dun sa consulting firm where I belong to, ang mga ginagawa namin na concepts from birth to death. Ibig sabihin, from your birthing clinics, yung mga paanakan po natin, up to the funeral chapels and everything that happens in between. Ano yan? Maraming concept because for example, sa hair pa lang, ang dami mo ng concept na makikreate dyan. Merong store na nagpo-blow dry lang. Merong store na nag-gugupit lang. Merong store na hair extensions lang. Meron namang wig lang. So, you know, nagiging masyadong focused yung mga services because yan yung hinahanap din ng mga tao. Okay? So that's why we have a lot more choices of concepts through franchising. Ngayon, nakita ko po kanina sa poll, medyo marami na pala dito na negosyo, right? So, kayo po, in the next slide, there's a statement there, nakalagay, you are in a business for yourself, but not by yourself. So, for those of you who are in a business right now, entrepreneurs na, no, existing entrepreneurs, when you encounter a problem in your business, who do you run to? Who do you ask? I'm guessing wala naman po, 'di ba? Kayo lang. So, kasi kayo po yung may-ari. So, kayo yung end all and be all of your business. Okay? You are your own boss, so you decide on what to do on your business if there is a problem. But with franchising, you have the franchisor to ask. So, tatawag lang kayo sa franchisor, you will have a hotline or your franchisor's representative and ask your question. Consult. Libre po yan because they are your franchisors. And why can they do that? Because number one, alam nila yung system. Sila po yung gumawa niyan. Number two, experience nila, of course. And experts sila because they created that. They have gone through the trial and error process already. Hindi nyo na po pagdadaanan yan. Okay? Ngayon, ano yung mga elements? Ano yung mga advantages ng franchising? Okay? So number one, why are you going to franchise? Because you will be granted the right to use the name. Ito pong mga names na nakikita nyo sa screen, Jollibee, Maxis, Bench, The Generics Pharmacy, yan po ay talagang mga pangalan na napakalaki na ng brand equity nila. Ibig sabihin, kilalang-kilala na sila. So kayo, hindi na kayo versus a traditionally set business, di ba? It is, you will no longer do the brand building activities for this because they have already done it. Okay? They have already done it for you. Okay? And then, pangalawa, use of system. Like I said, papagamit nila sa inyo ang system. They will lend you their operations manual. Okay? And they will teach you how to do it so that you will not experience the trial and error costs that they have experienced. Yun po yung mahirap sa pagsiset ng negosyo. Kaya less people succeed when they set up a business on their own. Siguro po yung mga successful na tumagal na mga more than 5-6 years, kayo po ay part ng 25% na naging successful. Ngayon, meron pong mga hindi naging successful because napakalaki po ng cost ng trial and error. Okay, but for franchising, they will provide you with the systems and procedures through the operations manual. If it's a restaurant, they will already provide you with the supply of the products, meron ng menu, okay? And then even during the franchise relationship, when you have, they continuously develop products so that ang gagawin na lang ninyo is to receive that memo with the instruction on how to cook it, i-promote ninyo with a poster, and then ibebenta nyo na. You don't have to do the R&D yourself because your franchisor will do that. Sa design naman ng store at saka sa interior ng store, you don't have to hire an architect or an interior designer. Or even sa fabrication ng cart, hindi ka na mag-iisip kung anong design ng cart because your franchisor will do that for you. Okay? At marketing campaigns, pag nag-open po kayo, meron na kayong marketing campaign na ipo-provide nila. And during the term of your franchise, nasa operations manual po ninyo yan. Ano-ano yung mga sample ng mga successful marketing activities that you can use. Ngayon, yung panghuli po, pinaka-importante, support cost. Kasi support ng franchisee, support services. Because that will make you successful. Yung franchisor ninyo na close to you and sinusubaybayan dahil ang franchisor objective po niyan ay win-win. Masaya kayo, masaya siya. Pag successful kayo, successful din po siya. Okay? Now, ano po yung pinoprovide nyo naman sa franchisee? Kasi relationship po yan eh. Win-win dapat, diba? Ang win mo as a franchisee, you use their name and their system. Ang franchisor naman po also need you for this element. Number 1, money, time, and people. Number 1, money because they will provide you po. You will provide them with the investment. So nakakapag-expand sila at the fastest possible time without shedding out capital. Number 2, you pay them franchise fee. Number 3, meron tayong royalty. Nakakapag-advertise din sila na tulong-tulong kayo, franchisees and yung mga company-owned stores nila, nagtutulong-tulong kayo para palakihin pa yung brand, para mas makilala pa yung brand. Okay? And because they have experience already in running the store, yung inyong risk ay managed. Of course, you have projections based on actual, real experiences of the franchisor. Time, you provide the time because the franchisor is able to expand at the fastest rate because he is not putting out capital. Kayo po yung nagpuput out ng capital at kayo rin yung nagpo-provide ng manpower. Okay? In most cases, kailangan ng franchisor active management. Okay, active management meaning, kasi ang franchisor, pag nag-umpisa po sila ng business, they put the people that they trust. So una, siya, and then pangalawa, yung asawa niya maybe, and then anak, kamag-anak na mapagkakatiwalaan. But sooner or later, you can no longer expand because maubos na yung kamag-anak mo. Nagmamanage na sila ng mga tindahan. So, they need someone, they need to duplicate it. So they get franchisees who are owners, who have stakes in the business, and the franchisees run it. Okay? So yun po yung critical. Kaya nagiging successful ang franchise because of those 5 elements na pinag-usapan natin. Okay? Ano po yung support na ibibigay naman ng franchisor sa inyo as a franchisee? In the next slide, you will see the pre-opening support services that the franchisor will provide you. Una, the support starts even before you sign the franchise agreement actually. Bago kayo pumirma ng franchise agreement, they will help you do a site evaluation. So when you apply, you show ito yung location na gusto ko, and then ang franchisor will go to the location and make an evaluation. So that's your location assistance, no? Next is sila mag-construct, or if it's a cart, they will fabricate the cart, and then you will undergo training, they will provide to you the training, and then once na na-construct na-fabricate na yung cart, you will do an ingress, and then they will help you set it up, and they will stay with you until you are able to run the store yourself. Okay? Na-reach mo yung standard na hinahanap nila. Ngayon, marketing, kailangan din natin yan. So they will assist you on the grand opening marketing activities that you will hold when you open the store. Okay? Those are just the support during the pre-opening. Ngayon, meron silang ongoing support na ibibigay din po sa inyo. What are this? Nagsa-start yan sa hotline. Some franchisors, they have 24/7 hotline. So you can call the representative of the franchisor anytime pag merong problema, hindi nyo na-discuss during the training, wala sa operations manual, because syempre, there are always a better way of doing things. So yung manual natin, dynamic yan, it evolves. So every so often, ina-update yan. So pag meron tayong question, then you'll just have to call your franchisor. Product development, product research and development. Like we said, it's very expensive. When you, for example, a 70-item menu, yung na-experience ko, how much do you pay a chef to do that? Sometimes by the hundreds of thousands, di ba? So isipin nyo na lang, yung ititipid nyo ng franchise fee is in fact ma-offset nung error na hindi nyo na pagdadaanan sa trial and error process and sa mga cost ng mga pag-design ng menu, pag-design ng store. Okay? So ano pa, marketing and advertising, they will provide that to you, especially in national advertising, no? They will make sure that the brand becomes known nationally, nationwide. Okay, and of course, there's always a better way of doing things. So, sunod-sunod ang training. Ongoing po yung training to make you better, to make you perform better. Okay? Now, let's do a quick assessment. Sino ba yung, there's a challenges ng franchising, okay? So, yung challenges ng franchising, sabi nga natin, hindi siya walk in the park. Meron kang mga challenges. You need to follow system. I also mentioned at the start, hindi para sa lahat ang franchising, okay? You have to consistently follow the company standards and systems. So kung kayo po ay medyo creative, on the creative side, baka more entrepreneur material kayo, hindi pang franchising. Kasi sa franchising, number 1, bound po kayo ng franchise agreement. Number 2, meron po kayong operations manual na attachment po yan ng franchise agreement. So yung violation ng operations manual is a violation of the franchise agreement as well. Okay? What else? There is a one price policy. In most cases, one price policy po tayo. But sometimes there are franchisors na they allow naman a little bit of increase to cover shipping costs pag medyo mas malayo na sa delivery origin. Okay? Ano pa? Territorial restrictions. Nakalagay po yan sa franchise agreement natin. For example, this is the location assigned to you, then dito lang tayo pwede mag-operate. Because yung ibang areas, that is for another franchisee. At ang pinaka-importante, false expectations. Okay? So that is not ano po yan, myth po yan na pag nag-franchise ako, success na kaagad siya. Hindi po. Kaya nga po humahanap ang franchisor ng kapartner niya through a franchisee na magmamanage ng tindahan is because mas successful pag kayo po yung nagmamanage. So, hindi siya tipong binili kasi iwanan magiging successful na kaagad. Ngayon, kung kayo po ay isang OFW or wala po kayo dito sa bansa, make sure lang po na yung representative ninyo can make the decisions for you. Okay? So, kasi sila yung mas madalas nakausap ng franchisor. Okay? Ngayon, titingnan natin, quick assessment in the next slide. Paano nyo malalaman kung ano yung process that you need to go through in selecting the right franchise? Una po, ano po yung investment natin? Do we have 500,000 or do we have 5 million to invest? You have to know that. Okay? Number 2, would you like a franchise na based on your abilities and skills or goals and passion? Kasi merong iba na gusto ko franchise, hindi ako magluto. Sanay ako sa kusina. Or meron namang iba na gusto ko yung hikay. So gusto niya yung mga makeup, 'di ba? So baka yun ang interest ninyo. So know what you're interested in. Yung ibang professionals naman like doctors, for example, maybe they will get a diagnostic clinic, pharmacy diagnostic and clinic, yan. So tingnan nyo po kung ano yung skills and passion ninyo. And then, tingnan nyo rin yung demand and yung growth potential. Lalo na ngayong pandemic, di ba, meron tayong situation. So, titingnan ninyo, ano ba yung kailangan ng tao? Ano ba yung essentials ngayon sa area ko at saka in general as a whole. Okay? You would also want to look at competition. Okay, so in our next slide, you want to look at competition because, for example, in your particular area, ilan na yung assuming gusto nyo is a pharmacy. Ilan na ang pharmacy dito sa area nito? How am I going to be different? Or baka gusto mo naman is brand recognition. Sometimes, halimbawa marami ng competition dito, and sabihin sa'yo ng franchisor, meron akong area, wala pa ako doon. Baka gusto mo doon ka na lang. So you might want to consider that also. Kasi meron ho akong kakilala na nakatira man siya sa Laguna, meron siyang, ang mga branches niya nasa Cebu and Davao. So because nandun nandun yung virgin territory. Okay? Brand recognition, is that more important to you? Mas gusto mo yung kilala na brand, di ba? And then sometimes naman yung iba, natatakot sila na yung gusto nilang siguraduhin na yung support ng franchisor is there for them. So they're looking at the experience of the franchisor and the credibility of the franchisor as well. Okay? So where do you start? Assuming nalaman na natin ano yung investment natin, etc., yung mga goals and skills and the competition and the playing field. Where do you start? So una, katulad po nitong mag-attend kayo ng mga katulad nito ng mga webinar where there are franchisors presenting their offers. You can also go to the Philippine Franchise Association, meron yung sa website po nila. There are a lot of franchisors listed there and their offers. And then there's also a franchise broker, youfranchiseasia.com. So yung mga yan po, tingnan niyo kung ano yung business opportunity na medyo swak dun sa mga criteria na na-mention po natin earlier. Okay? And then, ang next important thing to do is do your due diligence. So in our next slide, number 1, tanungin niyo po yung franchisor. Kausapin niyo siya. Number of years na nag-ooperate na siya, ilan na yung tindahan. If they promise so and so as their support services, maybe can ask the franchisor, can I talk to your franchisee? And gusto kong makipagkamustahan sa kanya, kamusta yung support na binibigay ninyo sa kanya. So I think that's okay. And then tanungin nyo rin po, gaano katagal ba ang training? Ano ba yung support na ibibigay mo sa akin? You wanna know how long the training is because it is expensive if the training is too long. Imagine, nag-shell out na po kayo ng salaries even before you start making money from the operation of the business. Okay, and then yung support service. Gaano kadalas ba ako bibisitahin ito? It's very important na wag po kayo matatakot sa franchisor, sa mga bisita nila because that is where you will learn. Dapat i-welcome po ninyo yung mga visits sa inyo ng franchisor because doon yung nakikita kung ano yung maling ginagawa mo na medyo na nagiging dahilan para bumaba yung mga profitability mo. So welcome their visits because their intention is to make you effective and make you profitable. Okay? Ano pa po? Study the financial projections. So at some point during your application process, uupuan na po kayo ni franchisor pag pumasa kayo dun sa mga kasi ano po yan stage by stage yan. So there will come a point na he will explain to you ano yung projected cash flow and then ano yung profitability analysis. So ang gawin po ninyo is you have to create a feasibility study for your particular location. If the franchisor says na the ROI will be 6 months if you make 50,000 sales or 10,000 sales in a day. So check if that location that you are offering can really make that sales level. Okay? So it's up to you to do these financial projections. Your franchisor will provide, yes, but you have to do some pencil pushing yourself so that you can adapt it to the location that you are offering. Okay, ano pa po? Check IPO registration. In our next slide, sabi nga natin, di ba ang franchising is granting the right to use the name. But check if the franchisor indeed owns the name. And how will you know this? Through the Intellectual Property Office. So check nyo po if the name of the franchisor is registered there, because they cannot grant you the right to use your name if they do not own the name. Okay, so check nyo po yun. Check nyo rin kung merong litigation history. Kamusta yung mga complaints niya? Kamusta yung mga reviews? Na-answer ba niya to? It's okay to have a bad review. Wala namang problema for as long as na-address po ng franchisor yung mga area, yung mga issues na yan. Okay? And then review the franchise agreement. At some point during the application process, ibigay na niya sa inyo yung franchise agreement para i-review nyo. Please review it and please have your lawyer or your legal consultant review it also. Because in the franchise agreement, you will see the obligations of the franchisor and the franchisee. Nandyan yung territorial rights mo. Renewal, kailan ka pwede i-renew, ilang beses ka pwede mag-renew. Pag nag-terminate ka ba, may penalty ka ba? Yung mga ganyan. So makikita po yan lahat sa franchise agreement. Okay? And then in our next slide, you will see what key questions to ask, okay? The franchisor support program, like I said, paulit-ulit po yan. This is key to your success, their support program. Pangalawang key is yung management ninyo. Kaya nga, sa franchise relationship, the franchisor is already giving you 80% of the work, of the formula ng success. Yung 20% management po ninyo yun. Okay, the investment and the ROI. Minsan po kasi kayo, pag namimili kayo ng franchise concepts na bibilhin, and you have this amount of money, you check ano-ano ba yung mga franchises na magkakapareho at saka magkakapareho ng investment level. And then you check the ROI. Okay? And then what else? What is the right location for the brand? Not because mataas ang foot traffic means good for the brand. So the brand has to be in the right market, in the right location where the target market is. So tatanungin po ninyo yan. Okay, and in our next slide, how to be a successful franchisee. Ayan. So una po, be a good follower. Like we said, love your franchisor. Kung ano, kasi ang gusto niya po is maging successful kayo. So follow the franchise agreement, follow the operations manual, create a business plan. Hindi naman kailangan ng mga tipong 50-page business plan, miski yung financial projection. But you have to do that because you are investing money. Okay? And you want to be in on it. Dapat may ownership kayo ng plano. Okay? So create a business plan. If you do not know how to create one, hire po kayo ng accountant, miski project-based lang, to help you do it and show it to your franchisor. Okay? Be a hands-on manager. That is a key formula for success. If you cannot be a hands-on manager, assign a manager who can do it for you. Manage your finances. We have encountered a lot of franchisors with stories telling us na si franchisee ko mag-pre-terminate ng contract. Why? Because hindi siya kumikita. Look at their financials, okay? Financial statement. Tingnan mo yung operating expense. Baka naman may mga gastos from the house that's included, that the franchisee includes in the operating expenses. So that will affect the bottom line. So yung pang-house po, house lang. Huwag natin isama dun sa negosyo. Always market your store because you are the number one marketer. Kayo po ang may-ari niyang brand na yan. You are the number one marketer of that brand. So kayo po ang may influence sa network, sa community. So promote your store. And then lastly, be willing to suggest to your franchisor ways to improve the business. Sabi natin, di ba, you have to follow. You cannot reinvent the wheel. But that's not to say that you cannot make a suggestion. Pwede po kayong mag-suggest if it will make things better. Example, McDonald's po, kilala natin ang Egg McMuffin at saka ang Filet-O-Fish. Those two items were suggested to the franchisor by a franchisee. Imagine, nakarating na dito sa Pilipinas and very successful. So, wag po kayong matakot mag-suggest. I think that's my last slide. So, maraming salamat po. I hope if you only learned a thing or two, masaya na po kami. And we hope that we have informed you, equipped you so that you can make the right decision and ask the right questions later. Thank you very much po.
Thank you, Ms. Dana, for that wonderful presentation. So this is actually the time for due diligence. So as we are presenting to you these franchises, yung mga kanegosyo po natin, are here to also listen to these franchises. So you're going to do your due diligence. So kung magliligawan po tayo, no? So kung nagliligawan po kayo, gusto niyo magtanong, gusto niyo mag-alamin kung ano po yung mga benefits of becoming a franchisee. And those were very good questions. I mean, sorry. Very good questions that Ms. Dana shared with us that you guys could share later. So make sure you engage the Zoom call, use20.com, submit your questions, and we'll get a lot of we'll get responses from our presenters. Pero let's do a virtual clap for Miss Dana. I know this is the virtual clap for Zoom. We do this with the hands because we can't really clap and show appreciation. But really, Miss Dana, thank you for. We learned a lot again, as usual, about franchising. You've inspired us all over again to engage in franchising. And Ms. Ma'am Nelly, you're still on the call. Would you like to say something to Miss Dana before we turn the floor to the other presenters?
Yeah, oo. Alam mo, nakikinig ako, hindi ako umalis ha. Ma'am Dana, thank you so much. Napakaganda ng inyong presentation. Very, very clear, no? And we hope na nakuha yan ng ating mga future investors, franchisees, no? Na sana na madagdagan pa yung ating mga magnenegosyo dito sa Bataan. So Ma'am Dana, thank you so much. And a lot of questions siguro mamaya regarding magkano ba ang pwede, meron bang maliit na ano, kasi pag sinabing franchise parang malakihan yung amount na kailangan nilang i-invest. Ano po? Siguro hindi naman laging ganon. So mamaya siguro later on bago tayo matapos, magkakaroon ng kaliwanagan ng mga yan. Yes. So maraming salamat po Ma'am Dana.
You're welcome, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Delid. So,
Thank you,
Ms.
Sir
Dana, we expect you to be on the call later for the Q&A portion.
Yeah, sure.
So, for our first presenter for this afternoon from the franchises naman po, we have Mr. Waylon F. Manalansan, the Territorial Manager of Bayad Center. So there, on your screen, you already have the slides for Bayad Center. So let's give a round of applause for Mr. Waylon Manalansan. Magandang hapon, sir.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
May begin.
All right. Wait lang. Again, I'm Waylon Manalansan, and I'm the Territory Manager of Bayad Center at West Central Luzon. So right now, I handle Tarlac, Pampanga, Bataan, and Zambales. So, who is Bayad Center? So, si Bayad Center po, siya po yung nauna, pilit ginagaya pero hindi magaya pagdating sa Bills Payment Collection Agency. So, si Bayad Center po ay 100% owned by Meralco. Ibig po sabihin, may kredibilidad at matatag po si Bayad Center. At si Bayad Center, ang gusto po niya, kahit saan kayo magpunta, anytime, anywhere, makapagbayad po kayo ng inyong bills dahil si Bayad Center po operates a multi-channel platform. Ano po yung mga service na in-offer ni Bayad Center? Number one po, syempre nandiyan si bills payment. So halos lahat po ng pwedeng bayaran, pwede niyong bayaran kay Bayad Center. So insurance. So si Bayad Center nag-o-offer din po ng insurance. For just 10 pesos, makakapag-offer tayo ng insurance sa mga customer natin. Andiyan din po yung loading. So halos lahat po ng telcos po, nakikater po natin. Meron din po airline ticketing. So yung mahilig pong mag-travel international and domestic, pwede pong magbayad sa atin ng kanilang plane ticket. And loan payout. Siyempre, yung number one partner natin dyan is si Home Credit. Alam naman natin mga Pinoy, mahilig umutang, di po ba? So, pwede po tayong mag-disburse ng pera. At the same time, pwede rin po sila magbayad sa atin. So, napaka-convenient po sa mga customers natin. ATM withdrawal. Si Bayad Center may ATM withdrawal din po. So, maganda po ito sa mga kababayan nating may 4Ps, no po? So, pwede po silang pumunta sa atin para kunin ang kanilang ayuda. So may remittance din po syempre si Bayad Center, international and local. So sa international partner po natin dyan si RIA, si Western Union at marami pa pong iba. At sa local naman po, nandyan si GCash and Smart Padala. And lastly po, meron po tayong medical reimbursement. Sa panahon po ngayon tag-ulan, nag-offer po si Bayad Center ng Dengue RX. So bagay na bagay po sa mga dengue patients po. So next slide po is, sino po ba yung kinabibilangan ni Bayad Center? Siyempre, si Bayad Center ay proud member po ni PFA at ni Association of Filipino Franchisers Incorporation at Filipino International Franchise Association. So, gaya po na sinabi ko kanina, pagdating po sa kredibilidad, meron po yan si Bayad Center. So, ano po ba yung mga award na tatanggap ni Bayad Center? So, recently lang po, si Bayad Center ay nakatanggap ng Best Franchise Marketing Program. Yung Bayad Center Tatak Sigurado Marketing Campaign, syempre awarded ito ni PFA. At syempre din po, nakatanggap rin po si Bayad Center ng Most Outstanding Filipino Franchisee. Hall of Fame na po tayo dyan. Ibig sabihin, parati po natin nakukuha yung award na yan. At syempre, awarded by PFA. So ano po ba yung value proposition ni Bayad Center? So in terms of physical touchpoints, si Bayad Center po ay may 700 plus owned and franchise stores, 33,000 corporate partners, 5,000 collecting agents, at 1,300 payment machines. So gaya po na sinabi ko kanina, si Bayad Center, ang gusto po mangyari, kahit saan, anytime, anywhere, makakapagbayad kayo ng bills nyo. So, ano po ba yung sino po ba yung mga partner yung Bayad Center sa North Luzon? Marami po tayong partner dito sa North Luzon. Pero ang highlight ko lang po, yung dito sa Bataan, syempre. Nandiyan po si Danelupian Water na may customer base po na 20,000. Orani Water na may 15,000 customer base. At syempre, nag-iisang electric utility po natin, si Penelco, na may 200,000 customer. So, imagine po, once na naging partner nyo sa Bayad Center, ito po, lahat ng ito ay magiging partner nyo in an instant. Napakaganda, di po ba? So, ano po ba yung mga modelo ni Bayad Center? So, nandiyan po yung full store wide, full store narrow, and boot. Usually ito po mga store na po ito ay Bayad Center owned po ito. So, parang ano po tayo, hintayin lang po natin yung slide na nahuli lang po ata. So, ayan po. Yung gaya po nasabi ko, yung full store wide, full store narrow, at boot. So, ito po mga store na po, usually company-owned po itong mga to. So, ano pa po ba yung mga branded store ni Bayad Center? So, meron po tayong counter types. Counter types po, ito po yung madalas na ino-offer sa franchisees. Siyempre, nakikipag-partner rin po kami sa rural banks and co-op. So, next po is, ano po ba yung package offer ni Bayad Center? So, si Bayad Center, nire-require lang po niya kayo ng 2 square meter within the existing business. So, ano po ba yung existing business na yon? Yung travel and tours, pawn shops, grocery, pharmacy, and cooperatives. Pero syempre, bago po namin ibigay negosyo sa inyo, gagawan muna po namin ng marketing development study yan. Syempre, ayaw lang po namin ibigay sa inyo yung negosyo na malulugi lang po kayo. So, magkano po ba yung franchise fee namin? 35,000 lang po. Good for 3 years na po yun. Just imagine, for just 35,000, may 3 years contract na kayo kay Bayad Center. At syempre, gusto namin, yung in-invest ko kay Bayad Center ay maibalik in just 1 year. So next po is, ano po ba yung value proposition namin sa mga partners natin? Syempre, once magkaroon kayo ng Bayad Center, may additional kita po kayo. At immediate access to all biller brands. Syempre, pag naging partner kayo ni Bayad Center, automatically partner nyo na po sa SSS, Pag-ibig, PhilHealth, at iba pang government agencies. Pati na rin po yung mga local utilities billers po natin. Magiging partner nyo na rin po agad yan. At syempre, magkakaroon kayo ng additional service sa mga customer natin. At foot traffic builder, syempre, alam naman po natin kapag si Bayad Center, kilala po yan, makakapag-generate po ito ng foot traffic. So, yun lamang po yung kay Bayad Center. Nandiyan po yung aking pangalan, yung aking email ad at number. So, kung may mga katanungan po kayo, please do not hesitate to contact me and sasagutin ko po lahat ng inyong katanungan. At nagpapasalamat din po kay PFA at kay Balanga LGU sa pagkakataon pong binigay niya po pagkakataon ito. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Sir Wei. Sir Wei Manalansan. Let's give a virtual applause to Sir Wayland Manalansan of the Territorial Manager of Bayad Center. So, maraming salamat, sir. So, we have questions for all of you later. So, please stay on the line, Sir Wei, and we'll go to the Q&A after all presentations. We'd like to call on our next presenter. This is for Potato Corner. I apologize for the phone ringing. For Potato Corner, we have Miss Isay Mastrille, the operations head of Potato Corner.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Paula.
thank you. Right. Thank you so much for inviting Potato Corner to speak or to share the business opportunities that we have in Potato Corner. So I'm excited to start. So Yeah, so Potato Corner. So what is Potato Corner, or who is Potato Corner? We've been the we've been in the industry or food kiosk player for 27 years. Okay, we are known in serving the world's famous fries, and we have over 1,100 stores in the Philippines and has a global presence in 11 countries, which we have 243 stores. Okay, we are trusted by over 500 franchise partners currently, and we have been awarded and recognized by the Philippine Franchise Association and DTI, and we are a Hall of Fame awardee and has been given a Global Filipino Franchise Award. This year, the QS Media Asia has awarded Potato Corner the Squad of the Year. Okay, and also our innovations has been awarded also as the best marketing innovation, or the campaign for our Potato Corner lab. So you can visit that and view in our Glorieta store. Okay, so despite the pandemic, Potato Corner has opened 15 new stores in the Philippines and 8 stores in Southeast Asia, namely Myanmar, Cambodia, Thailand, and Indonesia. This only shows that our franchisees still saw the potential to expand despite the COVID pandemic. And of course, to adapt to the new normal, Potato Corner has pivoted our strategies to be able to become accessible to aspiring entrepreneurs. Okay, so now we have 2 business opportunities available for aspiring franchisees. So first, we have our regular package, in which this year we are happy to announce that we are offering free franchise fee. Imagine you can save as much as 150,000 in your total investment. So the packages that you are seeing in the screen are the total investment, meaning all in. Like for example, our famous standard card, which is very available. Once you avail that, it is just a plug and play package. So the total investment is only 235. So you have saved 150,000 from our previous package. And we also have the school card. So wherein we allow franchisees to open in the school, but given the pandemic, we are hopefully there are other areas even outside the school where you can put up a school card package, okay, so that it is still available in the community. Okay, and then for the first time, Potato Corner is offering for the first franchise or first-time franchisees our starter kit or the turnkey package for as low as 95,000. So that's all in. You just have to get the package and you are ready to operate the Potato Corner cart in your community or to your available sites approved by Potato Corner. So this package is good for 6 months, wherein we allow franchisees to do the test market. And then later on, if we are confident enough with the site, we can transition to our regular package. So the packages that you are seeing here, the franchise agreement is good for like 3 to 5 years. So you will be able to operate Potato Corner store for as low as 95,000, and then later on convert to a regular package, which is 235,000 for 5 years. Okay, the second business model as part of a business opportunity for our franchisees, we are also highlighting our new concept, which is the Special Forces Army. I know you've been hearing about Potato Corner's Special Forces Army. So Special Forces Army is a move to community-based selling and adapting to the new normal. So this is a partnership to be a home seller in your respective communities. In the screen, you are seeing the pictures of our Special Forces Army. There are our employees who are working at home, and also those like employees or other people that are able to sell from home, even if you are not a franchisee yet. Okay, and then majority of the Special Forces Army are from our franchisees. So currently, we have a total of 400 Special Forces Army selling from their home because, as we all know, it is, our movement has been restricted, so we do not want to stop in reaching out to our customers. So that's why we have launched these special business opportunities to our franchisees and to our non-franchisees special forces armies. So just to emphasize, if you are a Potato Corner franchisee, you'll be able to access to different business opportunities. Number one is for you to be able to operate a physical store. And then second one is for your home selling. Yeah, for your home selling, in which you can sell our Potato Corner products and even other brands available in Potato Corner. Okay, to ensure that your business with Potato Corner will be a success, we have a very strong franchise support starting from the site assessment assistance. You just have to inform us or give us your intent of the location that you are eyeing to have a Potato Corner cart, and we will assist you in the assessment. And then once you are on board, we have our training for franchisees and for your crew. And we also have this called Potato Corner Academy, wherein we continuously provide learnings to our Potato Corner franchisees and even to the store crew. And for marketing, definitely once you open the store, the marketing support is very high in terms of promotions and even the campaigns that will benefit you. And of course, to ensure your viability, we have a very strong operations team. We have regional heads and area managers that serve as the business consultant to our franchisees. So it's really a hands-on consultancy that we are providing to our franchisees once you are already on board. Okay, we also have this rewards and recognition program where we encourage franchisees to comply with our standard operating system, and also to give way to the networking of franchisees, we have our Franchise Academy and Convention. And of course, to continuously provide other product options, we have our Research and Development Department, which will continuously develop products that will complement our fries in the stores. Okay, so you might be asking why you should invest in Potato Corner. Number one, as mentioned a while ago, we are tried and tested for 27 years. Okay, and then we have a very easy and simple operating system. And then the new strategies is when you franchise, you can access the different opportunities or business opportunities, like being the Special Forces Army, where you can sell not only from your store, but also from your home. So that's it for Potato Corner. I hope you pick up something. And thank you, stay safe, and look forward to hearing from you and be your partner so that together we'll be able to serve the nation with the world's best flavored fries. Thank you.
Warm round of applause for Miss Isai. Thank you, ma'am. That is a I really like what you are presenting. So Potato Corner, just hearing the word makes me hungry for French fries right now. So thank you for that presentation, and please stay tuned for the Q&A so that we can answer all the questions of our audience. So thank you to Potato Corner. We'll listen to our next presenter. We have the Vice President of Caleb Shawarma, Miss Mary Lynn Burog. Ayan po. So another food franchise. So let's listen to Miss Mary Lynn Burog. Let's give a warm round of applause, virtual applause for Miss Lynn. You have the floor, ma'am.
Hello, good afternoon. Hi, good afternoon po. I'm Mary Lynn Burog, the Vice President of the Franchise Corporation for Caleb Shawarma. And just to tell you a little bit about Caleb Shawarma, Caleb is the longest running and most loved shawarma in the Philippines. We have been in the business for 17 years now. So it started off with the siblings BJ and Marlene Burog. while they were still in college back in 2003. Their first branch was over at Manila. So from one branch, nag-expand na po sila to 126 branches as of today. So 30% of those branches um, are being managed by the company, and then 70% are being managed by the franchisees. So Caleb's competitive advantage is the uniqueness of the products. Until now, we have kept the original taste by using the Mediterranean herbs and spices. And for marketing and advertising, we play a big role to the success and continuous growth of the company. That's why we have collaborated with the Gonzaga sisters. They are very strong in the digital platform, as well as multi-talented Gerald Anderson and MVP JJ Helterbrand, as you saw in the first slide earlier. So what we have with Caleb is we offer shawarmas. So we have our very own pita shawarma, and also we have innovated our very own pitaza, which is pizza on a pita bread. And we have also started launching the pita pocket and rice bowls for everyone to enjoy the taste for a lower price. So right now, can we go on the next slide, please? Due to the pandemic, can we go to the next slide, please? Due to the pandemic, we have launched the Bayanihan franchise program of Caleb. This is a franchise. This is a franchise for Caleb for 950. You would get a countertop, and this will have the cart as well. So for free na yung cart. Nandun sa investment ninyo would be the initial inventory of 20,000 pesos. Aside from the initial inventory, nandun na rin yung training, nandun na yung uniforms, nandun na rin yung designs, the franchise term. Already included in the 950,000 would be your franchise fees, and the architectural equipment and construction kasama na po lahat dyan. So it's already a turnkey project. You would have 2 branches now for your 950. If you have a problem with location, wala pong problema. We can help you out with all the locations. Just let us know po. So in order for us to start with the business sa Caleb, kailangan natin syempre mag-start off with the discovery day, like what Miss Dana earlier with PFA has mentioned. Kailangan po natin pag-usapan yung tungkol sa relationship between franchisee and franchisor, and then we would give you a little bit of an education on how that would go. And together with that, kasama na po dun yung pagsasabi namin sa inyo kung ano yung mga inclusions dun sa magiging package po ninyo, sa franchise package. Kung may problema po tayo regarding any operations or any items, kung ano man yun, there's no problem with that. Ongoing support po kami all the way. So from the start of the franchise, yung location pa lang, market study, we're with you. Side by side talaga yon. We're gonna help you out with that. Regarding the memorandum of agreement, the franchise term, it's 3 to 5 years. Depende po kung ano po yung franchise package na nakuha natin. And then regarding sa construction naman, yung sa construction, that would take about 30 to 60 days. Depende po kung alin din po dun sa package natin yung nakuha. Sometimes it takes a little bit faster kasi nga kung cart lang yan, it's easier to build. And then from the start of the signing of the memorandum and everything and the contract, we would say about 30 to 60 days, mag-open na rin po yung yung stalls natin. So if you have more questions, please don't hesitate to call me or contact me. I'll put my details po dito sa chat natin. Thank you so much po.
Thank you, Miss Mary Lynn. So Virtual applause for Miss Marilyn Burog of Caleb Shawarma. Thank you to Glyza. Glyza has been posting your contact informations on Zoom chat and also
Ah,
on
thank you.
Facebook Live. So, guys, you just look for the contact information there, and you can email our presenters. And of course, stay tuned for the Q&A. So, thank you, Miss Marilyn.
Thank you po.
We'll now hear from another food retail franchise. So we have Citrus Zone Refreshment, and we have none other than, wow, the president of Citrus Zone, Mr. Don Cedita. Good afternoon to you, sir. Welcome po to the program. Mr. Don
Hello.
Cedita, president of Citrus Zone
Hi, good
Refreshment. So
afternoon.
virtual applause. Good afternoon, sir.
Hi, good afternoon, sir. Thank you very much to DTI Bataan for inviting us to present the franchise opportunities with Citrozone. We are very happy that at this time, the local government of Bataan is very active in empowering local entrepreneurs. So I'll be presenting this afternoon the franchise program for Citrozone. So yeah, Citrozone, we started in 2015 as a sole proprietorship. In 2016, we opened the business for franchise. That's when we converted the company into a corporation to handle the franchising service of the company. The goal of Citrozone Group Incorporated is to promote healthy options by offering fresh, natural food selections. No, now more than ever, health is wealth talaga. No, as we are facing, this health pandemic, this health crisis, it's really important that we keep our body and ourselves healthy and our immune system in tip-top shape. No, Citrozone is a member of the Philippine Franchise Association. Our franchise program was developed by Francorp, and we work together with you franchise for the franchise sales of our brand. The whole business of Citrozone is really grounded on healthy living. No? On a global scale, we see that the market for healthy food and beverage is growing exponentially. And we see this trend growing even more with the people's appreciation of healthy food options. No? Between healthy food and healthy beverage, we see globally that the natural drinks will dominate this market because it's very easy to prepare, very straightforward the operations, and at the same time, very handy for the consumers. No, for the case of Citrozone, can we move to the next slide, please? Yeah, our main product are freshly pressed lemonades. No, our goal is to make sure that our lemonades are delicious, affordable, and that we partner with like-minded individuals. In terms of price, we're among the more affordable lemonade concepts in the Philippines. We start our price at 44 pesos. We also is the first brand to really promote honey as a sweetener for our lemon. No, this is to double up on the health benefits of our usual lemonades. No, we also offer a wide variety of add-ons and flavors that our customers can choose from. All of these are all natural and all healthy. No, we use locally sourced as well as imported tea concoctions to make sure that we retain the health benefits of our add-ons. No, so we also have very unique flavors. One of our best sellers is the ginger and cayenne pepper, which from the time we began until now is still one of our best sellers. We have also evolved into offering a lemon with coffee vanilla for our BPO locations, since we also operate 24-hour call center locations. We also have our tea-based line offering lavender, organic matcha, as well as toppings and sinkers like nata, yogurt bombs, to make sure that we remain relevant with the times. No, this pandemic, we also started rolling out in our stores and commissary kitchens our chicken wrap. It is our snack line, which is still geared towards healthy food selection. No, so we also offer different variety with this food brand. No, for now, for our stores, this is available only for commissary, which all our franchisees are allowed to operate at the comforts of their home aside from their stores, as well as counter setups in the malls where cooking is allowed. No? Okay, next slide, please. So we have 90 plus outlets nationwide since we started in 2015. We are also partnered with major malls, commercial spaces, and community spaces nationwide from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. This is to assist you with the location and to make sure that our locations are feasible and are applicable to the market. No? In terms of membership partners, we are in partnership with SM Advantage Cards and SM Rewards Plus, where all our customers from in our SM malls are able to get exclusive discounts with Citrozone. We also offer customer cashbacks of 2.5% for every purchase with our Be Extra partnership. We accept payment via PayMaya, GCash, and Kashalo. We're also present in digital marketplace like Lazada and Shopee, as we offer digital vouchers as well that are redeemable in participating stores. In terms of our online and delivery, we are able to reach our customers wherever they are. With our delivery partners, we are available in Foodpanda, Lala Food, Grab Food. We also have our in-house delivery platform with Facebook Messenger and Instagram, wherein we have a central ordering system for all our franchise and company operated stores, and then we just cascade these orders to a specific store where the customer is nearest. No, for our in-house delivery platform, this is used free of charge by all our franchisees as part of our support to them. In terms of press features, we've been featured several times in Entrepreneur PH, as well as wheninmanila.com as one of the leading franchise brands in the Philippines. Next slide, please. So why invest in Citrozone? Firstly, our product is really health-driven. No? So like I mentioned in the beginning, health is wealth at this point in time. No? A lot of people are seeing this, are getting this appreciation for healthy living, for wellness, to make sure that we are protected from the inside. No, of course we wear our mask, we do physical distancing, we stay at homes, but one of our best defenses really is a healthy body. Secondly, our franchise formula is very simple, so it's very easy to operate. Very easy to locate and very easy to manage and grow. We have also perfected our signature lemonades. So we have a following of customers who are really into our product and our brand from the time we started. Next slide, please. In terms of our investment package, we have a range of programs for all our franchise partners. We have 4 square meter, that's our smallest, and 6 square meter carts and kiosks. Our turnkey package is 290,000 to 350,000. This includes already the franchise fee, the cart, the juicing equipment, crew training, crew uniform, and initial inventory amounting to 35,000 pesos. During this pandemic, we have offered to all our franchisees operating 2 outlets, one in their standard commercial locations, and second in their cloud kitchens, which we accredit at the comforts of their home. This way they're able to serve their local community. We have also enrolled their cloud kitchens or homes with our delivery partners such as Grab Food, Foodpanda. So they're also able to receive orders even when they are in their homes. No, this automatically gives them the advantage over rental, over manpower, because sometimes they are the ones already preparing the product. No, for their delivery customers. Our term of franchise is 3 years. Our royalty fee is 3%, but it is waived on the first 3 months of operations. And then the National Marketing Fund is 1% and waived as well on the first 3 months of operations. The local marketing fund, it's 2%, but we don't collect this. We just require all our franchisees to engage themselves in local marketing so that they may be able to engage their local customers. Next slide, please. So these are some of our cart setups in our locations in malls, commercial spaces, schools. Next slide, please. So we have carts, we have kiosks from 4 to 6 square meter. We also have our specialty carts depending on what the mall or your specific location dictates or requires. We also have outdoor carts and takeout counters. For takeout counters, we're able to serve both food and drink options in these locations. And then, as part of our dedication to engage the economy, Citrozone has also partnered with Blend.ph. Blend.ph is a peer-to-peer crowd lending financing company, whose goal is inclusive financial growth. No, so in partnership with them, we are offering a franchise loan program for all qualified existing and new franchise applicants, wherein the loanable amount is anywhere from 50,000 to 2 million, to be able to assist them open their own store and to get the ball rolling. Kasi at times, kasi that's the difficulty, yung capital, no? What we do naman, of course, with the profitability of the store and the market visibility, continues yung income natin. So there is a way for you to sustain the loan that we will be awarding to you. No, we have a special interest rate at 2% per month. The payment term can be anytime from 12 to 36 months, depending on your preference. And the processing time is 2 to 3 days upon completion of requirements. No, so we assist all our franchisee applicants in the process of applying for their franchise loan to kickstart their business journey. Okay, and then, so we also have a franchisee portal that we offer to all our franchisees to make sure they're able to manage their business at the comforts of their homes, or let's say they're OFWs abroad, so they're able to see how their business are doing off-site, no? Kahit wala sila lagi doon sa tindahan natin. Okay, and then next slide, please. So in terms of our corporate social responsibility, we are very socially conscious. So we use paper cups to make sure that we maintain a green operations. No, this is recyclable. Biodegradable. We also use biodegradable takeout tools, biodegradable straw. We are also partnered with Young Focus Philippines. They support the education of the out-of-school youth of Tondo, Manila, and select areas in Cavite and other provinces in the Philippines. So next slide, please. To wrap up my presentation, we're just giving you the market for healthy food options. No, we're seeing 15.4% growth in the Asia Pacific region, as well as specifically in the Southeast Asia region, which we see is growing at 8.6% year on year, compared to 2.9% growth in carbonated and sugary drinks. So this is a very promising business opportunity for you. At the same time, we're also keeping a socially responsible business because we are promoting health to all our customers. No? So thank you very much for this opportunity. Should you wish to reach us, our details are flashed in your screen, and we would be very happy to reach out to you for your questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. So virtual applause for Sir Don of Citrus Zone.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir, for that wonderful, healthy option that you're giving our businessmen here in Bataan. So Citrus Zone. So with that, Sir Don, we'll move on to our next presenter. And please stay on the call so we can address the questions of our audience. Our next presenter is from You Franchise, Philippines' biggest franchise company. We have none other than the franchise consultant of You Franchise Sales and Management, Miss Camille Malto. So virtual applause for Miss Camille Malto. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you po. Thank you, DTI Bataan, for having You Franchise. And also to our attendees, thank you for choosing to spend your time with us. By the way, I am Camille, one of the franchise consultant of You Franchise, and I will be presenting the top franchise brands that are on the upswing this time. But just to quickly introduce our company, You Franchise is the largest franchise matching platform in the Philippines. So ano nga po ba yung ginagawa namin? Basically, tinutulungan po namin yung mga interest or mga aspiring franchisees like you be matched with the right franchise brand to invest in. Philippine with over 2,000 franchise offers po kasi ngayon, it's a bit confusing, lalo na po sa ating mga first-time franchisees na walang idea on what to do and how to do it first. So You Franchise is a member of Philippine Franchise Association. It is the biggest globally recognized franchise organization in the Philippines. And also, we are a sister company of Francor Philippines. It's a global franchise development consultancy firm that developed the franchise program of well-known brands such as Jollibee, Maxis, the Genetics Pharmacy, and many more. So we have sold over 1,000 franchises nationwide, and we are handling over 200 quality franchise brands. So we do not hard sell lang po on one brand. We have a lot of brands to offer you, and of course, this will be based on our assessment sa ating mga franchise applicants. We are giving a free franchise consultation. So if you're having a hard time din po with the location, we have a location acquisition officer who can assist you with the location to fast track din po yung franchise application. So in the next slide, so I'll be presenting some brands that are doing well at this time. First is the Island Tea. So now that people today are leaning towards a healthier lifestyle, so as much as possible po, we want something or we want everything na we are eating or taking is something that could give us a health benefit. So the demand for a healthy beverage concept continue to grow. So Island Tea is the only franchise brand that would let your customer enjoy variety of drinks such as milk tea, coffee, milkshakes, mocktails, and smoothies po without having the feeling of being guilty ba. So because it is made of 100% Ceylon tea from Sri Lanka. So good news din po to our aspiring franchisees because we are offering a 40,000 up to 250,000 discount to our first 10 franchise applicants. Also, we have 12C4 Bread Station. It's a staple food, neighborhood bakery at mass market prices, ideal for non-mall locations such as terminal, marketplaces, and more. So very affordable franchise starting at 500,000. On the retail side, we have H2o Mineral Plus. It's an alkaline water refilling brand from Singapore. So what I personally love about H2o is their very compact setup. So hindi po natin kailangan mag-rent ng malaki for bigger spaces and napakaraming manpower. So you can already operate na po at 7 square meter. So lesser yung rental fee, lower operating expenses could yield to a higher net income. So franchise starts at 500,000. We also have one of the largest pharmacy in our country, the Genetics Pharmacy. TGP continues operation during the community quarantine as people need access to cheap yet effective medicine. So we are encouraging aspiring franchisees from provinces po, lalo na po sa mga taga Balanga, Bataan, to also consider TGP since we still have over 2,000 potential locations to open. So franchise starts at 674,000. And Brent gas, so we have seen an increase in the demand for an LPG center or retailers because most people right now are working from home and household chooses to have home cooked meals. So Brent gas offers not just LPG but also cooking equipment and LPG accessories. So if you're having a hard time scouting for a location, maybe you can consider Brent gas since they are offering existing and already operational stores po, ready for franchise. So franchise starts at 600,000. And for the last brand, we have Ilaw at Iba Pa. It is the top franchise brand that offer various quality lighting. So no location yet, so no problem po with Ilaw at Iba Pa. You can avail our latest offer, which is Ilaw at Iba Pa Digital for only 88,000, which can later be upgraded naman po to our regular package. So in the next slide, po, these are just few of the many brands that we can match you with. Marami pa po kaming brands na handle with a lot of exciting promos. So if you would want to know more and explore more on the brands, let us help you on the free one-on-one consultation. So you can drop your name or your email address and /you franchise, or you can also contact us with the details flashed in the screen. So thank you everyone, and I look forward to helping our aspiring franchisees.
Thank you. Virtual applause for you, franchise. So, Miss
Thank
Camille.
you, sir.
So, we did not just present po. Technically, we presented 1,000 franchises under the franchise. So, maraming salamat, Miss Camille. For everyone watching on Facebook Live and also those who are on Zoom, the contact information has been shared. So, for all of the presenters, you can approach them through their email or through their phone numbers, and you can ask them questions. But since we still have quite some time this afternoon, we're now opening the floor for questions. So not only to our presenters, but also to Ms. Dana Cuneta, our guest speaker. So let me flash the questions. Sorry about that. So just open a browser, go to menti.com, use the code 253035. That's 253035. And we have 25 questions. So for our presenters, they help us attend to these questions of our audience. So the first question is, what strategy can you suggest to be able to grow your businesses in the province despite the new normal setup? Given that deliveries of goods from Manila to provinces is hard due to the lack of transport. Who would like to take that from our panelists?
Yeah. Can I answer that, Sir Abul?
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
So we have
So,
Ms. Isai from Potato
yeah.
Corner.
Yeah, it's we have a very good news to all aspiring franchisees outside Metro Manila. In fact, we just recently opened our remote warehouse in Tarlac City. So now our supplies becomes accessible to North Luzon aspiring franchisees, and especially because of our existing franchisees. So it's now easy to get supplies of Potato Corner outside Manila.
Thank you, Ms. Isai. So in spite of the travel restrictions, Potato Corner is able to provide that logistics support to their franchisees. How about the other speakers? Would you like to chime in?
Sir, can I answer that?
Yes, please.
For the case of Citrozone, we have a partner logistics company that assists us in getting our goods to our franchisees wherever they are in the Philippines. No, we have scheduled delivery dates for particular locations, so that means moving goods is easier. It's unhampered and also at affordable rates with our logistics partners.
Thank you. So that is quite comforting. So for our potential investors, uh, as you can see, our franchisors will provide the logistics support that you require. So make sure you ask them, do your due diligence, talk to them about their packages, and ask about these special situations that we have given the pandemic. I'll move to the next question. So the next question is, if such franchise fails in one area, do you support relocation? So is that something that is quite common, or what do you think, Ms. Camille? Is this something that our franchisors provide, relocation support in cases that a franchise fails?
Good question, sir. No, it's actually one of the most concern po ating mga franchisees. In terms naman po, if nag-fail yung franchise sa isang location, with most brands naman po that we are handling, they do relocation naman po. But before we do relocation, of course, we have to do some study po, or kumbaga parang review din sa existing location niya. We have to know the reason kung bakit ba nagkaroon ng problem. Maybe because nagkaroon ng changes sa foot traffic, or second consideration is because maganda yung location, maganda din yung brand. The thing lang is nagkakaroon ng problem sa manpower. So we have to review din yung whole operation nung store. So if we think na it's the location, yun yung problem, then we can do relocation. So some of the brands po that we are handling, they are charging a certain fee, but some naman po is wala. Basta kayo po yung mag-handle nung transfer fee. Yon sa mga franchisees.
Thank you, Ms. Camille. So I hope that addresses that question. Our next question is, do franchisees look for their own accountants? So this is on the staffing side. Or can applicants use, or can franchisees use accountants from the headquarters or from the mother franchise? Has that ever happened? Can one of our franchisors share an experience? So do franchisees look for their own accountants, or can they use accountants from the mother franchise or engage their services?
Can I answer po, sir?
Yes, please, ma'am.
So majority of our franchisees po, they do hire their own accountants, but we do have our accountants in the headquarters too, or in our offices that you can also ask questions and help you out as well. So with regards to any accounting problems, meron din po kaming accounting sa office na you can ask any questions free of charge, wala pong problema.
So the consultations there. So you do provide that kind of technical support per se
Yes po,
in
yes
the
po.
realm of accounting. Wow, that would be comforting. So because based on my experience, when we talk about entrepreneurship, a lot of people who enter business, accounting laging ano problem eh. So a lot of
Yes po.
people, a lot of our entrepreneurs, they engage in business, but they forgot about the importance of accounting. So that you guys have to learn the language of business. It's good that you have franchisors like Caleb that provides technical support in that area. So thank you, ma'am. Our next question, aside from business registration and rental fee, what are other normal or usual costs that are shouldered by a franchisee? So we got a lot of packages shared earlier. Would anyone care to expand on this? What are other normal or usual costs that are shouldered by a potential franchisee?
Sir, can I answer that, sir?
Sure, sure. Go ahead.
So on Bayad Center, as what I've said before, the franchise fee is 35,000. So excluded po dun yung hardware, the internet, and manpower. So the but the training of the system is included in the on the 35,000. So yung support in terms of system ibibigay ni franchisee. But ang kanilang kailangan lang nila i-secure is yung kanilang hardware, internet plus yung kanilang manpower. So everything else naman tutulungan namin sila kung ano pang support ang pwede nilang kailangan sa amin. And,
Thank you, sir.
thank you.
So there will be that support from Bayad Center for their franchisees. How about the other franchises? What other normal costs do our franchisees encounter?
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
For the case of Citrozone, the turnkey package mostly includes everything, no? Ang hindi lang po ating kasama is, as mentioned, yung business registration, the lease arrangements with the mall, and then the POS, yung mismo cash registers po nila. Hindi ko natin include because there are some malls who are very particular with the POS brand, POS supplier. So hindi po siya kasama. And then the manpower. So yun lang naman po. All the rest are included na, most of it in the once they get the Citrozone franchise, it's more or less ready to operate now once rolled out to them. Thank you.
So it's more or less technically a turnkey operation. So our franchisors actually provide the costings that you guys will be expecting. So it's good, no? It was all shared by Ms. Dana Conetta that this is all about setting expectations as well. So thank you for answering that and sharing your experiences. We now have our next question for our franchisors. Do you limit the number of franchisees per area? So I guess this is in the realm of territory territory management. Or do you allow monopoly of franchises in an area? Or sorry, do you allow monopoly of a franchise in an area? I think Ms. Dan.
Yeah, can I answer that, sir?
How about for our presenters? Yes, please, ma'am.
Yeah, for Potato Corner, normally we assess the area. Like we establish a standard distance from one another. Okay, so number one consideration is that it should not cannibalize the existing stores in the area, so that the Potato Corner business will be successful. And then currently we have a master franchisee in Cebu where we allow them to expand Potato Corner on their own. And then they have business partners also. So currently that's what we have. But outside Cebu, we encourage to have like a different franchisees, but we prioritize existing franchisees if there's a potential site that the company was able to identify. So prioritization is really for current franchisees. But if there are new franchisees and has a very potential and very good location, we also entertain that. But we have to consider that, you know, we avoid cannibalization from each other.
For Potato Corner, ma'am, what's the distance between one franchisee to another franchisee?
Yeah, it's a minimum of 500 meters, provided
Okay.
that there will be like, you know, identified different RTA. So like, suppose you might be wondering, why is it there's a less 500 meters away? So we also
Yes.
consider the barriers, like for example, in North Luzon, you know, in our expressway, di ba meron sa harapan magkaharap, pero the barrier is enough to be considered as different retail area.
Thank you, ma'am. So to our sa mga ating mga kanegosyo, no, huwag kayong ma-discourage if you want to engage a particular franchise and then you're discouraged because there's already one present in your ideal location. Engage these franchisors. Talk to them. Ask about potentialities in your area. Kasi baka nga po, katulad sabi ni Miss, katulad po for Potato Corner, it doesn't matter if it's closer than 500 meters. Pwede pa rin kayo ma-consider as a franchisee. So thank you, ma'am.
Sir Care, may I add something?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Yeah,
Miss Dana, go ahead.
Thank you. In the franchise agreements also, you might find a provision there. Ang isang ginagamit na metric is population. So aside from yung metrics, yung iba uses metrics, yung iba naman population. So let's say nakalagay sa franchise agreement for every 10,000 population, there can be one franchise. So let's say sa isang city, there's 500,000 population, then divided by 10,000, then that city can have X number of franchisees. So tingnan niyo po sa franchise agreement, it's usually there indicated. Thank you.
So it's explicit po, no? So again, do your due diligence, guys. And our franchisors will definitely share with you how they will evaluate your preferred location. So our next question, I think this is for Miss Camille, if she could share, no? May nakikita po ako na smart grain na bigasan showcase. Any idea na ma-share ninyo about sa franchise? At ano po ba maganda mag-franchise o magtayo ng sariling, ano po ba, maganda mag-franchise o magtayo ng sariling bigasan showcase? I'm not sure if bigasan is part of you franchise's roster of companies, but if you guys could chime in, is this a good franchise or a worthy investment?
Yeah. Okay. Sir, actually, we are not handling, I think they're asking about Grain Smart. Although it's a member of PFA po, so they can visit PFA po, so they can directly coordinate po with the franchisor. And with regards naman po sa question niya, if it's better po na magtayo ng sariling bigasan or mag-franchise. For me, of course, syempre nasa franchising business ako, and also I really know I know na yung advantage ng franchising. I think I would suggest na better to get a franchise. So para hindi na po tayo mahirapan pa na maghanap ng supplier as well as yung marketing activities na gagawin natin to promote the brand. So actually na discuss naman earlier ni Miss Dana yung advantages of franchising. So lesser po yung risk natin when you go into a franchise. And siguro, sir, if they would be interested po to get the complete list, they can contact us naman with the details shared sa chat box.
So we've shared the details there on our chat box and also on Facebook Live. Be sure to ask you franchise. So you can ask Ms. Camille questions about those business ideas that you might have. Pero like as shared by Miss Dana, no? Engaging or becoming a franchisee, what you do as an entrepreneur is you forgo, nilalaktawan nyo na po yung hakbang ng paggawa ng sarili ninyong business model. Kasi po yun po ang binabayaran ninyo eh. Yun po yung ini-invest niyo, yung business model po na hinihiram niyo dito sa franchisor na binibigyan nila kayo ng sistema na i-implement nyo na lang po sa inyong mga doon sa lugar na gusto nyo pagtayuan ng negosyo. So hindi na kayo masyado problema sa marketing. Katulad po na-share ng mga kaibigan natin, they provide logistics support and even technical support as far as accounting is concerned. So malaking tulong po ang pagiging franchisee. So thank you. I hope we answered your question. Doon po sa gustong magtayo ng bigasan. Our next question is, magkano po ba ang franchise ng I'm not sure if H2o is part of your roster, but magkano po bang franchise ng H2o or Pooling Roasters? Gusto ko po sana magka-idea kung magkano at paano patakbuhin ang franchise po nila. So if these franchises are part of PFA, you just have to visit Philippine Franchise Association. You just go to their website. I'll ask Glyza. Glyza, can you post on the chat room and also on the comments page? Oh, sorry, the comments of Facebook Live, the website of PFA to find out these other franchises that our guests might be interested in. But Camille, is H2o or Pooling Roasters part of your roster? It's not. Okay.
No po,
So
sir.
move on to our next question. Thank you. Magkano po magkano po mag-franchise ng McDo at Jollibee? Would anyone want to answer this? Miss Dana, is it all right to share?
Actually, I have no idea. I have an idea, but I don't want to misquote. So maybe
Exactly.
at the PFA website also, perhaps they have a listing there for McDonald's and Jollibee.
Thank you, Miss Dana. Our next question, how about for an aspiring franchisor? I have an existing business that I can foresee that will progress and has potential. The problem is I don't know how to start it. What are the steps and guidelines? And we have the perfect person to answer this with Miss Dana of Frankfurt. Ma'am Dana, yung gusto pong gawing franchise, yung kanilang negosyo, how do they start? I think you're on mute, ma'am.
All right, sorry.
There.
Okay. If you want to become a franchisor, first we have a seminar for that. Okay, so there we will teach you a lot of information how to franchise your business. I'll mention that later. But first you have to know if your franchise or your concept is franchisable. So we have a franchisability criteria. So yun muna. Is it franchisable? Part of the franchisability criteria is number 1, credible ba to? Are you offering something unique? Can you teach people the methods? How about the investment and ROI? Is it flexible? Can you bring it anywhere in the Philippines? Those things. There's 10 criteria that you have to check. So we invite you to visit the FranCorp website. You will see the criteria there so that you will learn more about how to become a franchisor naman.
Thank you, Ms. Dana. So for our potential franchisors naman, go to the website of FranCorp Philippines. I'll ask Glyza to also share the website. Just look for FranCorp Philippines. So we'll post it on the chat room and also on Facebook Live. So thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Our next question, what are the factors to consider in choosing the right location? Would any of our franchises care to share? What are factors to consider in choosing the right location?
Okay, may I answer that?
All four could actually share what is their criteria. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you for Potato Corner.
Yeah, for Potato Corner, we have different considerations as to approval or selection of sites. Number 1, you have to understand the target market of Potato Corner. is the kids and those yung kids at heart. So definitely dapat yung location natin has a large or huge population of that target market. Okay, and then next one is you have to check also the location if it's accessible to everybody. And then is it a center of circulation wherein people really go there to do something else, not just to go to your store and buy? So dapat may center of circulation yung area. And definitely you have to check also the population, the total population of the area. There should be enough foot traffic that will be visiting the area that you have selected.
Thank you, Ms. Isay. How about for Citrus Zone, Sir Don? What's your
for the case of
criteria?
Citrus Zone, I'd like to second what Ms. Isay mentioned. No, foot traffic is key. There has to be foot traffic in the location that's being proposed by the franchisee, as well as it has to the market we're targeting has to be present in the location. No, let's say you want to be positioned in a specific mall. No, though our malls, well, pre-COVID, they really bring in a lot of people. No, even inside the mall, we still choose which locations are are areas where people usually pass by or people stay, people hang out in. Kasi at times you may be in a big mall, no? Kaya lang your area naman is hidden from the people, no? So it will not work, no? So really, for traffic and the presence of the market has to be considered in choosing your location.
And Sir Don, if I may ask, no, just a follow-up question.
Yes, sir.
Is this identifying or doing the research on the foot traffic of a particular area? Is that something that Citrus Zone will provide?
Yes, sir. That's part of our application process. We review the foot traffic and the feasibility of the location being nominated by the franchisee. This way, we can tell if putting up Citrus Zone is it would be suitable, no, in that particular space. So more or less, we do a weekday foot traffic measurement, a weekend foot traffic measurement of the space, as well as the lease rate. If the foot traffic in the location is more or less relative to the lease offer that is being given by the mall, no? Baka naman the rate is too high, tapos foot traffic is not good. So kasama din po sa mga considerations and assistance and support that we provide for all our franchisees.
That's great. Thank you, Sir Don. How about for Caleb?
Hello po. Yes,
Hi, ma'am.
bali,
Yes.
pretty much the same lang po with Citrus Zone and also Potato Corner. Caleb also helps the franchisees to do the market study of the location. Before nga po, sasabihin namin, anywhere as long as there's a lot of foot traffic. Pero right now, since pandemic po talaga, I would suggest locations near supermarkets. I would suggest locations near City Hall, hospitals. Yun po yung mga areas outside the malls po kasi talaga yung mga targets. So, we would help them with the market. The franchisees would do the market study, and then we would do the market study kung ano po yung meron sa amin, and then we would discuss it together kung gusto ba talaga nila yung location. Because meron din po kami mga franchisees na nagustuhan talaga yung locations. However, sa franchisor side, hindi kami nag-approve, pero in-insist talaga. So far na good. So we would be doing the market study together po talaga.
Thank you, ma'am. For Caleb, they will also provide that same market research support. For Bayad Center po, is that something that you can share with us? You shared with us the potentialities here in Bataan, no? So yung potential market po ng Bayad Center, Sir Wei. What other factors would you consider in choosing the right location? So we know that the population here in Bataan can be satisfied by Bayad Center. Pag
Yes, sir.
location, ano po yung
itinutugma, or ano po ba yung dapat para sa bayad center?
Yes, sir. For Bayad Center, one big factor is kung meron po ba kaming biller partner or utility biller. So just for example, we have a franchise at Dinalupian. So naging partner namin si Dinalupian Water. So isang factor po yun para at least may pagkukuha na siya ng transaction. In-acquire po namin si Dinalupian Water. Pag in-establish yung bayad center niya, pero siya mapagkukuha ng transaction. And before that, syempre, bago siya magbayad ng 35,000, meron din kami tinatawag na market development study. So, chine-check din namin yung mga traffic generator kung meron ba doon sa area niya. So, gaya nga na sabi ko kanina na ayaw namin ibigay yung negosyo na hindi naman sila kikita. So, then yung si customer din, yung franchisee din, meron din siya sariling syempre market development study. We'll talk it together kung talaga magkiklik yung business niya. So, ganun po sa Bayad Center po.
Thank you, Sir Wei. So, ayan, mga kanegosyo, no? Make sure you ask all these questions also when you apply. Our next question, I guess I will apologize ahead to our panelists. We still have 20 questions, but we'll review them if we can show all of them here on the screen. Our next question is, when does application for business registration, DTI or SEC, and business permit for the mayor or the LGU start? Does it happen before the franchise application or after? I think this is a quite generic question. Ms. Camille, would you be able to share with us what is the requirement? Do we apply for the business permits first before we apply for a franchise?
Well, normally, sir, what I suggest po to my clients is that settle a franchise first, and then make sure that you have your target location na talaga. Kasi when you apply for a business permit, of course, yung DTI you can process that online naman po eh. So yung for the business permit po kasi like mayor's permit, barangay permit, magre-require po sila ng specific location talaga. So you should settle talaga the franchise first location before the permits.
So I think other potential franchisees have this question in their head. They don't need to register first, so they can apply for a franchise because tama ko ba, Ms. Camille? The franchisee is the person, no? It's not the business identity. It's not the DTI.
Yes. Yes, sir. The franchisee is the person. The one who buys the franchise.
Okay, that's great. So, magandang guidance po yun. Thank you, Ms. Camille. Our next question is here. Sorry, there. How will I know if I have... So I guess what the question is, do you have a checklist for our franchisees to assess themselves so they will know if franchising is the right business for them? Is there a test that they can take, Ms. Camille, to find out if they can be potential franchisees?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we do have a checklist po. Once they visit our website or our Facebook page po, lalabas naman po yung checklist namin. And then one of our franchise consultant will get in touch with them po for further discussion.
Thank you. So again, the website, Liza, share it on the chat room. It's already there. So you franchise website, just go there and take the test. I'm sure you guys will pass. Any financial recommendations for people who are willing to shell out money but are scared to pay in full? Does FranCorp or you franchise provide any kind of guide our potential franchisees to any financing institutions? Is there some sort of arrangement?
Sir Kerry.
Yes.
Yeah, perhaps they can check with the PFA website also. Before kasi we partnered with BPI. I'm not sure if the program is still ongoing, but they can check with PFA. The program is the franchisee will have his own share of the equity, and then majority of the equity will be coming from BPI or from the bank. So yeah.
So on that note, actually, we do have a program with BPI. We're just finalizing the program. But next Wednesday, we will have BPI here for this webinar. They will show us or present to us options on how to leverage on debt during the pandemic. So that's good to know. So visit PFA, check out their plans and programs and existing agreements that they have with the banks such as BPI. So this is a timely question. How are we going to process the documents if we are on ECQ? We cannot go out. So for DTI po, you can do that online. So if it's a business name registration, you just have to go to bnrs.dti.gov.ph and you can apply and even pay for your business name online. But how about for our franchisees? Yeah, for our franchisors, how are potential franchisees going to process their application in this time of the ECQ?
Sir, can I answer?
Order,
Sir, can
would anyone want to answer? Sir Don?
Okay. So yeah, for the case, actually, local government units now have become very proactive, in terms of assisting entrepreneurs. A lot of our LGU partners have rolled out online application wherein the franchisees or the business registrants can do their transactions online. As mentioned by Sir, DTI also does online. DIR also does online processing. We have several franchisees opening this pandemic who did most of their transactions online as well. On top of that, we have an outsourced accounting that we can refer to you to assist you in terms of business registration. In this sense, they will collate all the requirements for you, and the business process outsourcing will be the one to connect with the local government units and the government agencies for your business processing requirements. So, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, to add to what Sir Don has mentioned, so yeah, there are available online application system from our local government units, and to help naman the aspiring franchises to proceed with their application, like for Potato Corner, we have launched our virtual application. So we are conducting virtual interview with our applicants, as well as the franchise grant. We do it virtually. So, and then as to the signing of the contracts, we have our partnered couriers that will be assisting us in sending the documents needed for the franchisee to process their application naman or the permits in the local government units.
Thank you, Ms. Isay. Thank you for that. For our next question, what's your take on franchising after the pandemic? Is it still a good time, especially if you'd like to venture on the food industry? Well, that's why we're here, no? We're promoting franchising. Would anyone want to answer this? What's your take on franchising after the pandemic?
May I, Sir Dan?
Yes, Ms. Dana, go ahead.
Yeah. In one of the webinars that we did, we had as our guest the father of Philippine franchising, Mr. Samilim, who mentioned that in the next 5 years, after COVID, that will be the golden age of franchising. So we are all looking forward to that.
So the golden age, we are definitely going to look forward to that. So thank you, Ms. Dana. Our next question is, sorry about that. Our next question, what are the kinds of franchise business that will be more successful after COVID? So definitely there are businesses that have been affected by this pandemic. Who would like to take this question? Maybe Ms. Camille, what are the kinds of franchise businesses that will be more successful after the pandemic?
Well, sir, aside from the brands that I presented earlier, and of course the brands po that we have here, we are seeing a lot of opportunities po for a micro lending business. Since right now people parang for a micro-lending business po, yung we're seeing na magbo-boom po for after COVID. And also, there's still a demand for food cart businesses such as yung milk tea natin. And of course, yung mga healthy beverage concept po would continue to, demand would continue to increase. So you might consider those kinds of concepts.
Thank you, Ms. Camille. So our presenters, actually the brands that we have presented are the resilient brands that have been successful in the time of COVID and even definitely after COVID. And sana malapit na yun, no? So we've seen news that there's already a vaccine going to be available soon. So kapit lang mga kanegosyo, malapit na po matapos. Was there a law governing the franchise? Is there a law governing franchising in the Philippines? I believe there is. Is that?
Hello. Ayan. We do not have franchising laws in the Philippines, but we do have the PFA. The Philippine Franchise Association regulates the member franchisors because they have fair franchising standards. Yeah, and then the franchise agreement is a general contract. If there are complaints, then they go to DTI actually.
Thank you, Ms. Dana. Sorry about that. I'm having some technical problems here on my end.
It's okay.
I hope we're still able to understand. But thank you, Ms. Dana, for addressing that. So definitely DTI, the laws on business registration, that governs also franchising.
Right.
Is there a good time to invest now on a franchise during this new normal? Well, as this is, wait, I didn't get to share my screen. Sorry. Is this a good time to invest now on a franchise during this new normal? Our franchisors have actually shown that they have been successful in getting franchisees even in the time of a pandemic such as COVID-19. Would anyone like to expound on this? Anyone from our panelists? Is this a good time to invest on a franchise during this new normal? You've seen the discounts. Some of our presenters have already shared their discounts. Perhaps we'd like to repeat just a brief reintroduction of those discounts from our franchisors.
Yeah, so for Potato Corner, as emphasized a while ago, so we are offering a free franchise fee for this year. So you can save as much as 150,000 pesos from your total investment. And what's good about this also is we have waived the royalty fees for this year. So I think this is the best time for them to really enter into a new business or franchise. And also, like, this pandemic has actually built a different consumer behavior. So wherein Potato Corner has pivoted our strategies based on that changes. So now we are offering a physical store and at the same time a community home selling for our franchisees. So there are a lot of business opportunities that has arisen during this pandemic. So I think having a very good brand as your business will really help you parang be part of the increase in business or entrepreneurs because of this pandemic.
Thank you, Ms. Isay. How about for our other franchisors? What other discounts that you shared earlier? Maybe it'd be timely also to repeat it now, just to address that question.
So for Caleb Shawarma po. Oh, go ahead.
Caleb, sorry. Go ahead, ma'am.
Okay. So for Caleb Shawarma po, we have buy one, get one. So for 950,000, that's a counter. And then you get one cart for free. So just last month, we opened 4 new stores, and then this month opening about 4 other stores po. So it's the best time to to invest. Wala pong bad time talaga when it comes to food industries.
That's right. So buy one, take one. Mga ka-negosyo, tingnan ninyo ang opportunities. So you have the discounts offered by Potato Corner, then you have this buy one, take one system from Caleb. How about Sir Don?
Sir, can for the, actually, I would say it's a good time to go into franchising. Kasi nga, like mentioned po by Potato Corner and Caleb, no, we have programs, no, to assist our franchise applicants start their own business. No, for the case of Citrozone, we have allowed all our franchisees and new franchisees to operate both a commercial outlet location and um, a cloud kitchen home location. No? So this way they're able to operate 2 stores. No? Aside from that, we have a franchise loan program, which we are in partnership with Blend PH, where franchise applicants can borrow from 50,000 to 2 million to help them kick off their business. No, aside from that, we have strengthened our online and delivery platform services. Aside from that, malls are actually very friendly in terms of their terms now. No, we have mall partners who are offering rental as low as 30% only or 70% discount from their usual rates. And this is a big thing because that means you're able to get a prime space at a much lower price, a much lower rate, lease rate, and we're very optimistic as to when the situation will improve in the following months. So yeah.
Thank you, Sir Don. For Bayad Center, Sir Wei, meron po bang program during the pandemic you'd like to share?
Yes, sir. So right now, yung franchise fee po ni Byte Center na 35,000 is a promo po yun. The original price of franchise is 50,000. So right now, we offer it 35,000 for outside Manila area. So until until matapos po yung pandemic po.
Oh, so thank you. So there are a lot of options right now, and thank you for the advantages that you guys have shared. So for potential franchisees, it is actually a very good time to enter into a business. Huwag po kayo matakot sa pandemic. Kaya nating labanan yan. I am planning to go into a franchising business as a franchisor. Please advise what to consider if I will go into it. Now, for this, I would suggest...
Hello, sorry about that. Our next question is, meron din ba tayong mga low-cost franchises para sa mga food cart industry? Magkano ang average or standard? Is 50,000 too expensive for a low-cost food cart franchise?
Sir, I'll answer that na lang po.
Yes, please. Thank
Opo.
you.
For you franchise kasi, sir, the cheapest franchise brand po that we handle on the regular packages po is 250,000. But we have a lot of brands po offering promos right now, which could go up as low as 199,000. I'm not against the low cost franchise, but I think one thing that you have to consider in choosing a franchise is not just the investment, but of course the support that the franchisor is going to give you. Hindi in getting a franchise po, hindi po tayo dapat bibili lang ng food cart, magkukuha ng stocks tapos wala na. You really have to be careful sa ganun pong klase ng franchise. Yun po yung tinatawag po namin ng mga fly-by-night franchise. So with the brands po that we are handling, it costs a bit higher compared to other franchises po, but we can assure you that the brands po that we handle gives you a quality of support that you can get.
May I add something, Sir Kair?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Yeah. If your budget is like, let's say, 50K, maybe you can get partners. You can form a corporation or a partnership, pull your funds together and get a franchise that you like, that you can, that matches your budget. Pwede naman ganon. You can set up a partnership or corporation.
So strength in numbers.
Yeah.
Find a like-minded individual, no? Set up a corporation and get a bigger franchise.
Yeah.
Apply for a bigger franchise. Thank you, ma'am. Our next question, I think anyone can answer this, pero well, bumalik sa lockdown ng Manila. So they went back to MECQ. But how are all your stores doing since the lifting of the lockdown? And which type of store is most practical to serve the consumers? Would anyone care to share the experience when we went down to GCQ before we went back to MECQ?
Okay. Yeah. So for Potato Corner, so everyone is aware, I think, that, there's a huge decrease in foot traffic in the malls today, except for the supermarket. So the store type, or I mean location type, that is quite resilient nowadays is outside the mall. So surprisingly, the stores in our residential areas are really improving. From MECQ to GCQ, or even mag-revert into different quarantine status, but the resiliency in residential area is really good. So I would suggest, like, now that people are mostly staying at home, you might want to consider looking for a site within the community. Like if you are living in the village, you can spot a site in the commercial area of the village where people really go there to buy something or transact something. So that's a very good location type nowadays. And of course, even if you go out of the malls, now the delivery service is really on a hype. Even like, in fact, for Potato Corner, our fries, we are also delivering it now, and we have seen an increase in delivery sales. So it's best, like, if you have a location outside the malls or residential, you can turn it into a curbside location type wherein people can just park and then buy, or they can just call and pick up, or they can, get the products through delivery system or delivery service.
Thank you, Ms. Isay. There's actually a continuation of that very same question. So let me read that question again. No? So how are all your stores doing now since the lifting of lockdown, and which type of stores is most practical to serve the consumers? Because right now people are avoiding malls, really no high foot traffic area except for healthcare providers, government centers probably. So I think it's just a follow through on that earlier question. Yes, Sir Don, please share.
Well, as mentioned by Ms. Isay, supermarkets are still a good location kasi they are treated as essentials. So we still get a lot of foot traffic there, no? Though may limitations tayo pagdating sa dine-in, no? But since most of the food cart setups are really take-out in nature, no? So hindi tayo masyadong affected with the dine-in limitations, no? I think that's also the beauty of brands like us, Potato Corner, and other brands in Caleb that are offering cloud kitchens or home-based operations that we're able to still reach communities na may limitations and restrictions pagdating sa paglabas, no? And also the delivery has reached so many is able to reach a lot of locations, even yung mga dating hindi na reach ng Grab, ng Lala Food. Now the delivery companies have doubled up on their capacity to be able to serve these markets, no? So we have seen areas in Rizal na dati walang Grab, ngayon may Grab Food na kasi there really is a clamor for that. And as long as your franchisors are in partnership with these delivery partners, no, it will be very beneficial for your business, be it in the mall or be it in your local communities. So yeah.
So actually, for those logistic partners, we don't have that many options here in Bataan, but we do have Mangan, we have IDT delivery,
Yes, Mangan, sir.
we have Digipalengke. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get more options as well. So shout out to all those other guys, other players, and also to our entrepreneurs here. You have a chance to provide that logistic support to the different. Thank you, Sir Don. Let me flash the next question. I think Bayad Center already gave us, based on what was presented, 35,000. How much does a cheapest franchise cost? Would anyone want to go lower than Bayad Center? Is that the lowest? Ms. Camille, could you validate 35,000 is the lowest franchise fee? Or there are companies that have waived their franchise fee, right?
Yes, sir. There are companies po na nag-waive po ng franchisees right now. But yun nga po, as mentioned earlier po, for the complete list po, they can always check our website. Medyo marami po kasi yun, sir.
Maraming options, mga kanegosyo.
Yes.
So just visit You Franchise and check out the list that they have there. So the prices are provided, ma'am, no?
Yes, sir, opo. And then, if ano naman po, they can request for the one-on-one consultation para we can elaborate more po.
And that would be free of cost to our investors.
Yes, that's free of charge po. We will
Okay,
not
great.
be charging you for anything, or we will not be adding a certain amount po dun sa franchise package.
That's awesome. So, guys, visit their website and book your appointment with Miss Camille. I hope that answers that question. We have 3 more to go. Pasensya na po, no? We've extended a bit, but this is very exciting. If ever a franchisee experiences a financial loss in not generating income from the said franchise, will there be a certain amount to be refunded if ever the franchisee wishes to return the franchise? You know, guys, business has its risk. That's why we've talked about that in our earlier sessions on accounting. Uh, there is a risk to business, so hindi po ito guaranteed, no? And Miss Dana shared that earlier as well. To set your expectations, it's not always a guarantee there will be a return. So when you enter into any kind of business, you set your expectations, you manage your risks. But is there such a program as a refund? Would any of our franchisors know or be able to share such an experience? What if it's an emergency or a calamity or something that was unexpected? Will there be some sort of fallback for our franchisees? Anyone care to share?
Yeah, for Potato Corner, we haven't experienced any refund or return of a franchise. But like, suppose if there'll be like a losses, what we do, number one, to be able to avoid such loss, we are strictly implementing um, in the assessment phase of the application, we ensure that we do the correct assessment of the site. And at the same time, we want the franchisee also to be able to have a confidence in applying for the sites. Kasi it's a partnership. We do not just assess you to or tell you that this will be a successful site. Okay, the confidence should start from the franchisee. That's why we want to encourage, like for example, for North Luzon, those franchises who are applying, as much as possible, we want them to be like, residing in that area so that they'll know exactly the retail trade area of the site. And then just in case, like, after doing so, there's unfortunate experience in terms of financial. What we do is we implement a business continuity plan for franchisees. So we never just give up that easily. So what we will assist you on is to find a relocation site where we can, revive your business. That's the first option. And then we do not charge you of anything or any transfer cost for transfer of location costs. Okay, second is like, for example, if you really want to give it up, we are allowing our franchisees to find a buyer of the franchise. But prior approving the buying, we should be able to establish that the new site where the buyer will reopen the store will really progress or will really be successful. And then lastly, if it is really really unfortunate for them, we allow them to freeze the contract and then find another location or opportunities even outside the location. Like if you're in North Luzon, if you find a better site outside North Luzon, we will allow you to do that so that you can just continue the business with Potato Corner.
Thank you, Ms. Isay. So, franchising, it's not a simple transaction. No? It's not just buying a franchise and then you operate. It's a partnership, like Ms. Isay has said. So, you can talk to all these potential partners of yours and ask them these questions and, be confident in the franchising system. Ano na po yan eh. Ilang taon na po yan nag-work. I would definitely recommend it as well. Thank you, Ms. Isay. We'll move on to our next question. Our next question is it advisable to franchise a courier business since maraming online transactions right now?
Anong courier po ang open for franchise and how much? Do you have one in your roster, Miss Camille? Do you have a courier business in your list of businesses, in your list of franchises?
Well, actually, sir, we don't have same concept. Studying pa rin, nagtatawin po kami ng same concept. But I'm not sure if we have same brand po with that concept under PFA. So you can check na lang din po. But a career business is really one of the business po na in demand right now. So it's a good concept din. Yeah.
It's a good concept. Thank you, Ms. Camille. This is our last question on menti.com, and then we'll open our mics for our audience on Zoom to ask questions, if any. We already submitted our requirements, so this is for Mr. Wei of Bayad Center. So for Bayad Center franchise last June, we were told that the TN will call us, but up to this day, we have not gotten a call. How long do we need to wait for the approval or call? Sir Wei, what's the approval process?
Hi, sir.
How long does it normally
Yes.
take?
Actually, the person who asked that question already texted me. It's the same question. Yeah, I already answered their text. So I will endorse her to the territory manager of Bulacan. I believe the person who is asking is from Bulacan.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sir Wei. So to whoever asked that question, make sure you check your phone also. No? So Mr. Wei has already answered your question. Before we proceed towards the end of this program, we want to take advantage of our audience here on Zoom. We'd like to open your mics and probably your cameras. If you have any questions, now's the time to ask our presenters. I think there's one, no, Edmer? Edmer, you have a question?
Yes, a while ago there was somebody, I think it's Ma'am Joanna. There was a question that was missed. Maybe invite Ma'am Joanna.
Go ahead, Ma'am Joanna. Turn on your mic.
Good afternoon po.
Good afternoon, ma'am. What's your question?
Apo. Tanong ko lang po, sir, yung kanina po kasi kung sa bahay lang po para pong bayad center, nag-purchase po kasi ako ng unified product. Yung po ay para po siya, ang ginagawa niya ay meron po akong Western, Cebuana, tsaka po Smart Padala. Tapos po, yung mga bills po sa government, tsaka po loading, ganun. Para po akong bayad center mismo. Ano po yung ang category ko po sa DTI pag nanguha po ako ng permit? Kung sa bahay lang po ako.
Pero prangkisa po ba yan? Binili nyo? Or ano po ba yan? Or service nyo lang po ba ito na gagawin kayo magbabayad ng...
Service lang po.
Okay, so not sure about the particular the laws that govern that without a franchise, no? Ma'am Nelin, I see you on the call. Narinig niyo po ba yung tanong?
Oo. I-check natin ha, sandali. Pinapacheck ko kung anong category. Kasi sabi niya, ang dami niya, siya para kasi bayad center sa isang bahay, di ba? Ganun ang concept niya.
Pati Western Union, so money transfer din.
Kung anong category. Kung ano, actually, it's a service category, di ba? Kasi, so we will check kung anong, kasi very specific yan, I'll get back to her. Anyway, naka-ano naman siya sa Facebook, di ba? Yung kanyang, si ma'am?
Miss Joanna Rose Dumanig.
Sige. Ipapacheck ko lang kasi very specific na yun yung sa DTI. And then,
message din po ako sa Facebook page po ng DTI kasi wala pa po nagre-response.
Sige ma'am. Ipapacheck po natin ngayon.
Okay po. Salamat po.
Thank you, Ma'am Nelin. Thank you, Miss Joanna. Do you have any other questions to our audience? If not, if I could ask, can we turn on our cameras? So we want to take a picture, actually, a screenshot. So we missed on that opportunity earlier. We actually had more than 60 people on the Zoom call earlier. Now I'm looking at 48. I hope you took a picture, Edmer. No? Pero Edmer, can you please lead us in a photograph with everyone? So panda rin po natin mga cameras natin. Shout out to Gary Bonganoy, from Minda, formerly from Minda, a former office mate of mine from Mindanao Development Authority.
So he's from Davao. Ganun po kalayo ang ating audience base. Umabot pa po tayo ng Davao City. Magandang
Sir
hapon sa'yo,
Kyrie.
Gary. Yes, Ma'am Nilin.
Oo. Kaya for Ma'am Joanna, no, ang category daw po, bills payment. Yun,
Bills
yun yung
payment.
kanyang product, bills payment. Okay?
I hope you got that, Ma'am Joanna. Bills payment po
Copy, ma'am.
ang category na ilalagay niyo sa name registration. Thank you. So, let's turn on our cameras. Let's take a quick picture. Edmer, take the lead.
Okay, sir. So we'd like to provide maybe 5 seconds more. I can see at the other page, may mga nag-on pa po ng camera.
Sige po. Mag-number 1 sign lang po tayo. One Bataan.
And so can we do the 1 sign, please? 1, 2, 3. Okay. And
Next match.
I'll just record that. Maybe one more for the next page. One Bataan sign again, please. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Done.
Just have a few more slides to go on my part. It's just an admin side, no? On the admin side of things. Yeah, for our audience on Facebook Live and also here on Zoom, we do want to get your feedback. We have a link here. You just have to go to tinyurl.com/DTI 2020 feedback. Liza, please share that link on the chat room and also on Facebook Live. So it's already shared. You just have to click on the link and then answer that quick survey so we can prepare for your training certificate. So it's a quick client satisfaction survey for DTI Bataan. You just provide your name, your contact number, and the title and date is Investing in the Right Franchise, August 12. Give us a rating on your overall satisfaction of the program. And before you answer that, again, I'm sorry about the technical difficulties you experienced. No? Let's rate our facilitator. So we'll just rate Miss Dana Cuneta for this afternoon. So just type in her name, Dana Cuneta, and then give her a rating for those categories. And you can give your comments as well. Give a rating on the program and methodology. Yung program contents din po. And then you can also provide your comments. Forgo the second facilitator. So just click next at the bottom of that when you see facilitator 2. And then for program management, give your ratings as well and your comments. And then we do want you to provide suggestions on what training programs you'd like to attend. So like this is one of those that you suggested and we were able to provide you. Ito pong Philippine Franchise Association, Investing in the Right Franchise. And give us also your comments. And then there's one item po doon, i-check nyo na lang po yan. This is just an opt-in na kayo po ay nagbibigay ng data sa amin. So this is in respect to your data privacy that you express your consent on the collection of your data. If you have any questions to us, no? So my office, CEIDO, the City Economic Investment Development Office, will be the one preparing the training certificate signed by Ma'am Nelin of DTI Bataan. You can contact us at 047-237-0473 or SMS 0906-377-4614. You can also email us at investbalanga@gmail.com. And of course, we're on social media on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr. Just look for at investbalanga. We gave our opening, but now we go to our closing. But perhaps we'll get to a final word from our panelists. If I could ask Ma'am Dana to lead us in just a few closing words or closing remarks for our audience.
Yeah, thank you, Sir Kyrie. Thank you for inviting us again. And I would like to invite those who are planning to become franchisors naman, please go to the Francorp PH Facebook page to register to the to the Franchise Your Business webinar that's going to be August 19 at 2 p.m. via Zoom. And siguro finally, another tip is that a lot of locations have opened. So that's another reason for you to start franchising right now, because a lot have closed, so there are a lot of sites that are open. And finally, franchising is good in good times, and it's even better in bad times. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Dana. Sir Wei of Bayad Center. Can we get some parting words from you, sir?
Ayun.
There, sir. Okay.
Yes. Okay, for Bayad Center, first I would like to thanks PFA and Balanga local government unit for this opportunity to present Bayad Center at the Bataan. So in Bataan right now, we are still growing. So right now we have three franchise rather at Dinalupian, Balanga, and Limay. So we're still looking for franchise at the other towns. So for those interested franchisee, please do not hesitate to call me. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Wei. How about for Potato Corner, Ms. Isay?
Yeah, so first I'd like to thank everyone, especially the organizer of this webinar. We are privileged to share the business opportunities from Potato Corner. So for all the aspiring franchisees out there, especially in Bataan and in the entire North Luzon, we are very much happy to welcome you. In fact, in Bataan, there's so much opportunity because we have a lesser store in Bataan. So there's a big chance for you to invest for Potato Corner in Bataan. And just mention, we made the supplies accessible to you because we have opened our warehouse in Tarlac City. So there will be less operational costs in terms of logistics. And also, if you are kind of hesitant to invest, try our starter kit for as low as 95,000. You can operate it for 6 months. So you can try and test the market. And then afterwards, we can talk if we are to proceed with your the final package or the permanent package. So just send us an email. We have provided the numbers here in this seminar or webinar. So yeah, so hope to hear from you. So together, let's serve the nation with the comfort food, the world's best flavored fries. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Isay. Can I call on Ma'am Marilyn Burog of Caleb?
Yes po, thank you so much. Thank you po sa lungsod ng Balanga, Bataan. Thank you for inviting Caleb Shawarma during this webinar this afternoon. And remember, franchise 1, you get another one free for 950,000. So we don't have one yet at Bataan, so you can be the first one. So just contact us, email us, franchise@caleb.com. Thank you again. Stay safe, everyone.
Thank you, Ma'am Marilyn. So buy one, take one, and you'll be the first Caleb franchisee here in Bataan. Sir Don, Citrus Zone.
Hi, good afternoon. Once again, thank you to DTI for having us this afternoon. I'd like to thank all the participants for devoting your hours in this webinar. So we are encouraging everyone to become a health warrior. Let's promote health and immunity to all our Filipino customers. And we'd like to invite you to explore your franchise opportunities with Citruzone. You can visit us at facebook.com/Citruzone to know more about our products and the franchising services that we offer to our franchisees. We're also encouraging you to explore our franchise loan program to help kickstart your entrepreneurial journey. It's open to all our franchise applicants. We're also open to regional partners in Bataan. So please feel free to reach out to us. And yeah, thank you very much and keep safe and stay healthy. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Don, for Citrus Zone. And of course, we have Miss Camille of You Franchise. Ma'am.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much po for having you franchise, and congratulations po to everyone who have taken the first step in your franchise journey, which is yung pag-attend po ng ganitong klaseng very informative webinar. So I hope na at some point we have made you feel at ease na there is always a business opportunity po in every situation. So take advantage of it, take advantage of the promos na the franchisors are giving. And they have the additional revenue streams po, like yung mga online products po that they are selling. Some have even come up with additional product para additional income po sa ating mga franchisees. Take advantage of it. Also, of course, with the location, a lot of locations or available spaces are opening up. There are some mga malls na nagbibigay ng discount. So, and yun po, maraming opportunities right now. So, also, can I also plug, sir, if may mga attendees tayo ngayon na may mga business partners po na hindi naka-attend ng ngayong webinar, you can always attend po our webinar on August 18, 2 p.m. Yung details po was, I think, posted na din po sa chat box earlier. Or you can visit our Facebook page. That's You Franchise Sales and Management. And thank you, everyone. And we really look forward to helping you po in getting a franchise. Stay safe.
Thank you. Thank you, Ma'am Camille. You opened the program. Can I ask for a parting word from our beautiful director, Ma'am Nelin of DTI Bataan? Sorry, unmute po kayo. Ayun, there.
Thank you so much. Alam mo, oo, doon sa ating mga guests, talagang napaka-full pack yung ating afternoon. We have a very good interaction, very fruitful in discussion. Mind nyo, sir, hindi pa hindi pa siya face-to-face, What more kung face-to-face yan? Siguro, mas maraming discussion sa mangyayari. And sa ating mga resource persons, kay Sir Don, Sir Ray, Ma'am Dana, Ma'am Marilyn, Ma'am Isay, Ma'am Camille, maraming salamat sa oras ninyo. And we hope to have you again, Kasi, syempre, marami talaga nagtatanong tungkol dyan sa mga franchising businesses na yan. Limited yung time natin. But I guess, yung ating mga listeners, yung ating mga viewers, yung ating MSMs na nandito, maraming napulot sa atin. And sabi nga nila, huwag kayo mahihiya, yung ating mga potential franchises dyan. Magtanong po tayo nandiyan naman po yung website, magtanong po tayo, and attend po kayo ng mga ganitong webinars natin. At saka po, makakapacitate kayo, malalaman ninyo ang mga bagay-bagay na may kinalaman sa pagnenegosyo. Again, Sir Kyrie, thank you so much. The group, DTI Bataan, kay Mayor Garcia, thank you. Nspire, maraming salamat po. And see you sa next webinar natin. God bless us all.
Thank you, PD Nelin. So on Friday, actually, we have another webinar for you guys. So please stay tuned for that. Join us on Friday for our next webinar. It will be for how to apply for an LTO or license to operate with the Food and Drug Administration. So yung mga food retailers po natin, food manufacturers, you probably want to learn how to apply for LTO from the Food and Drug Administration. So that's on Friday, 2 to 4 p.m. Dito rin po tayo sa Zoom tsaka sa Facebook Live. And I hope one day we can invite. So Miss Dana has already visited Balanga City. I think she also stayed in that particular hotel on the picture, But our other presenters, I hope we can host you soon here in Balanga. Visit the beautiful city of Balanga. Visit our digital city of Balanga. And engage our potential franchisees. So on behalf of Mayor Francis Garcia and the rest of the team, so thank you to Edmer, Glyza, and Kuya Rene of CEIDO, and to all of my fellow government employees in the city government of Balanga, and of course to our development partners Nspire, JCI Bataan, and of course Ma'am Nelin and DTI Bataan. Thank you for joining us for this afternoon's our SME Roving Academy webinar, and we hope to see you soon next Friday again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.